up, Yummer? Quitters never win, winners never quit. You're gonna get the jackpot, says Yummer. Jackpot. What's up, Colonel? What's up, Tommy? Sorry about that last one. For some reason, it cut off. I kept trying to refresh it. It wouldn't let me, so I started a new one. What is your biggest win, says Tommy? Probably about 12,000. I got that on Cat Serengeti. And the funny thing about that, I told the story in another live. A buddy of mine, we both put 100 in there. And, you know, we lost, both of us lost our 100, so 200 total. It was the day of the Super Bowl, and I was like, well, let's put another 100 in there and see what happens. He's like, no, I'm going to go home and watch the Super Bowl with my nephew. I'm like, all right, so I'll put another 100 in there myself. About $50 later, I got the wheel, I spun it, and it landed on the grand. It's going to double pop since I joined, says Ike K. But yeah, I mean, my buddy, he could have, you know, had some of that profit. But, you know, you gotta risk your money. And then he was asking me for money later on, but it's like, bro, I mean, you backed out. You don't get any money now. You're either all in or, you know, you're not in at all. But yeah, you can't just be wishy-washy like that and go halfway. It's either you risk the money or you don't. But no, you don't get any of the jackpot money if you don't risk your own money. That's not how it works. But yeah, the moral of that story is stay at the casino, don't watch the Super Bowl, because you miss out on money, you know, whenever you give up. Like I said earlier, quitters never win, winners never quit. Mike P says, could have gave him 100. Mike, he degens though. If I gave him 100, that'd be like lightning on fire. I'll try to tell him the numbers to play and he doesn't listen to me. I just don't like giving money to people if, you know, they're just gonna blow it. If it's somebody that's smart with their money, you know, that's a different story, but too many people just want to, you know, basically light the money on fire. Oh yeah, he probably was mad, but his wife was, I think his wife was trying to get him to go home. But I was trying to get him to stay. I'm like, come on, you know, let's put another 100 in. Oh no, I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl. All right, enjoy that Super Bowl. Yeah, people don't listen to me, but I got pretty good advice most of the time. Nick says, I would have given him 0, like you said, if he does not risk it with you. He does not deserve a penny. The same way if you lost money, he would not come back and give you. Yeah, exactly, Nick. No, Nick's 1,000% right, guys. Because if I would have lost 1,000, because that was a $2.40 play, I mean, I easily could have lost, you know, a couple thousand. And if I would have went to him and said, hey, can you pay me back that money I lost? You know, he'd be like, hell no. He'd laugh at me probably. But yeah, Nick's 1,000% right, guys. Froggy, like I was saying though, I mean, he degens too much, and I mean, he just blows his money at the casino, so I can't encourage that if people, you know, just degen. D-Jim 131 says, hi, what's up, D-Jim? Yeah, Froggy, I don't really like coming with anybody to the casino. I like coming by myself. Unless it's somebody that's going to split a plate with me. But it's kind of like going to the gym, you know, you go with somebody else. Sometimes they'll just kind of slow you down. I used to work out with my one buddy. He was only like 160 pounds though, so when we worked out, it was just kind of, it was more work than actually getting a workout in, because he couldn't do the weight I would do and stuff. So yeah, like in the gym, you gotta pretty much, for guys, you gotta find somebody your own size. That way, you know, you're not taking a bunch of weight off, putting a bunch of weight on, and the juice ain't worth the squeeze after a certain point. That's kind of how it is at the casino too, though. I mean, you know, you want somebody that's gonna be able to chop plays with you. If somebody's got 20 bucks, it's like, you know, you can't really do much with 20 bucks at the casino. Patricia says, hi there, you must get a lot of free play. Patricia, the last casino I went to, so they give me about $200 a week. That's the most I've got though. And that casino's out of town, so I think that's part of the reason. I was reading something online. People said that they'll set up a P.O. box out of town when they get a card at a new casino, kind of game the system a little bit. I've never done that, but I kind of wonder if it would work or not. Wake up, piggies. What's the quality look like, guys? Looks fine, says Lindsay. Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why my last live cut out like that. I've never seen it do that before. Switched over to 5G and that wouldn't work. Wi-Fi wouldn't work. Tried refreshing it, that wouldn't work. Must be something on YouTube's end. Somebody said earlier, they said once I get to 10,000 subs, I need to shave my beard. You guys think I should do that? That's a long way away though. It's hard to get subs on here. Yeah, Froggy, I think that's because says back there by Frankenstein. I think it's just a bad area. Mike says, nah, you be you. Hey, Mike, I'll shave the beard for 10K subs. That's a pretty good amount, I think. You'll probably grow fast going live during the day, says Lindsay. Yeah, seems like I think the day streams get more views. I'll have to double check and see my videos, but I don't know. I feel like going live at nighttime would be the best because everybody's off work, looking for something to watch, you know. 10K subs would be all bots, says Stephanie. Send those bots over here, Stephanie. Just kidding if you're listening, YouTube people. Just a joke. Oh yeah, I get that, Stephanie. I get that 1,000%. I even get on my phone at work because it's like, you know, when you're done with your work, you know, you got to find something to fill the time. And I mean, let's be honest, who actually works 100% of the time while they're at work? Nobody. And if anybody says they do, they're BSing. If you have a hairy back, just shave it. No need to wait, says Mike P. No, I don't have a hairy back. But I heard Nair, if you use Nair, that stuff's supposed to be pretty good. The night lives are pretty saturated, but people want to watch while working. This beats 50-cent Dragon Link spins. Yeah, I used to play Dragon Link. Genghis Khan is the one I'd always play, and Panda. If you guys haven't read up on Genghis Khan, you guys need to read up on him. He's a really interesting person. Fly like an eagle. Hey Mike, how come the Grand and the Mega, how come they're not moving? All the other casinos I've been to, normally they move up, like the more you're playing, the more money people put in. Caesar scam, says Mike P. I wonder if that's even legal for them to do that. So are they just putting that money in their pocket pretty much? No free spins on this game, says Soundwave. Oh, dang it. Thought we had it. Yeah, we got to pop those pigs up there to get the free spins. They're being cantankerous right now. Caesars is the only brand that doesn't progress their progressives. Yeah, that's a scam, Mike. How do you not progress a progressive? More money. You got to get the piggies, bro. Then tell Pop. Yeah, hopefully we get a triple. 8% of men in the region of the former Mongol Empire share nearly identical Y chromosome lineage. Genghis was a busy man. Yeah, he had a high body count. I mean, in 2 different ways. Cantankerous is an amazing word, says Stephanie. You like that, Stephanie? I hurt this game, says Crazy Slots. I just wonder how people like Genghis Khan rise to power. Like, what is it about them? Like, how do you, that's not a normal person. How do you, like, I get ambition and passion and hard worker, yada, yada, yada. But I don't understand, like, how people like that rise to power. You got to have charisma. I know that. You got to have people, got to get people to follow you. You got to be smart. Whether it's like a good leader or an evil leader, I mean, they do something right because they get people to follow them. What's up, Choctaw? I was about to ask which body count you were talking about. Where is bonus, bro? The bonus is coming up, I think. Stay tuned and you'll see it. If you don't stay tuned, you're gonna miss the bonus. I've been waiting on a Choctaw live. I haven't seen one of those in a while, but I know he'll go live here soon. No, we don't want that. Nope. Keep going, keep going. He needs to get back to Vegas, says Buffalo Bob Slots. Choctaw, Vegas is calling your name. Travis, they're willing to do evil, others aren't, to gain power, and even greater evil to keep it. Yeah, they say the higher up you go in government, they say the more evil it is, more corruption there is. Which, yeah, I believe that 100%. Yeah, you don't get to the top like that by being a nice guy. Nice guys finish last, like they say. The sad reality of the world. Mountain said hi. What's up, Mountain Mr. Pick, I'm here. You can triple pop now. Stephanie, 150 watching. Hit that subscribe button. Choctaw, no peer pressure here, but do it, says Stephanie. Hello from Norway, says John. What's up, John? Trevor C, I just joined, so I'm missing context, but that is absolutely the unfortunate reality. Yeah, Trevor, we were talking about Genghis Khan. I was wondering, I was like, how do people like that rise to power? Didn't the Mongols have like 40% of the Earth at one point, or it was some huge number like that? I mean, they owned a lot of the territory. It was insane. But like I said, you guys need to read up on Genghis Khan if you haven't read up about him, or just watch a documentary or something. I'm sure there's something on YouTube. Good luck, bro, says Rome. Hello from Berlin. Hello, hello. Thanks for the good luck. Make some bacon, says John. We're trying to make some bacon. John, did you see my short I posted earlier? We made a little bacon on that one. Hello from Iowa, says Robin. Hello, Robin. Slot Squatch. I just subbed, so now you get a triple pop. Appreciate that, Slot Squatch. Are you in Oklahoma, says Travis. No, we're in Butte, Montana. Oklahoma, that's where the Windstar is, isn't it? Appreciate that, John. John, did you hear my story on that? So on that Rich Little Piggies from earlier, well, that was a couple days ago. so I had 200 in free play. I think it was like 185, but basically 200. $6 spins. I was down to my last $4 or last $2. I think it was my last $4 on my free play. I'm like, well, let me put $2 of my own in. So I used all that free play, put $2 extra in, and that's when I got that bonus. And that was the last slot I played, and then I left the casino. They were probably mad, hoping I'd stay there and give it back to them. But yeah, that came out of nowhere. I was surprised I got that. Buffalo Bob slots. I like bacon. I love bacon, yeah. I put bacon on everything. Anybody that doesn't like bacon, I mean, sorry, but you're un-American. No offense or anything. I am from Greece, says Crazy Slots. Shout out Greece. Let them bro, like touch the piggies, then pop is what I meant. I've been doing that. They're not popping. I think they're sleeping. Cleopatra is the only all-powerful leader that I've heard described positively by all accounts, but it does take a certain type of crazy to dedicate yourself to a life in politics. I think a lot of people do it for the power too, Trevor. I'm gonna have to read up on Cleopatra though. Grease slot not good, lost money. Sorry to hear that, Crazy Slots. Can't win them all. We all lose sometimes. Good news is you can go back to the casino, you know, the next day, or 5 minutes later, you can get your money back, or go back next weekend or whenever you're free. Come on, piggies, pop. Triple pop, says Stephanie. I'm just getting pulled over out here watching, LOL. Yeah, those road pirates like to pull people over, Bob. Yeah, they shook me down. What was that, about a week ago? Tried to jam me up. I still need to get a lawyer and sue those cops for violating my rights. Those cops think because they have qualified immunity, they think they can do whatever they want. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. You might get away with that with people that don't have money, but you know, you're messing with somebody that has money, then they can get a lawyer and see what happens in court once that qualified immunity is gone. John says it's fine, only relaxing and looking at you here in Norway. Taxes play so high we can't play. Oh yeah, I know about high taxes. I'm over here in the States, John. They tax us, like for every dollar we get taxed like 20 times on that dollar. It's ridiculous. And don't forget the Boston Tea Party, that was over what, a 2% tax? But everybody just takes it nowadays over here, which I get it. Everybody's busy with 2 to 3 jobs and got their family and yada, yada, yada. But everybody's like, oh yeah, we're gonna revolt, people are gonna revolt. It's like, okay, yeah, everybody gets on social media and says they're gonna do that. Nobody does anything. Pop those piggies, all 3. Bring home the bacon, says Robin. Hey, that's some great free play conversion, says Slot Shark. Go West Choctaw, Northern Cali, Central Cali, and Vegas. What's up, Dubs? Travis, yeah, me and the girl gamble over here at Newcastle. We're headed to Vegas for July 4th for 7 days. Oh, I bet the flights and the hotels are going to be expensive on July 4th, Travis. Buffalo Bob is a legend, says social credit score 0. I concur, social credit score 0. Bacon Nation at D. Bacon Nation. I guess he's saying he's making bacon. I like my bacon crispy enough to crunch, but solid enough not to crumble with a fork, says Trevor. Yeah, I like my food well done too. I don't like all that fat. Like I was saying in another live, even when I get steaks, I'll get fillets instead of ribeyes. I just can't eat all that fat. I'm a soggy bacon guy. It says social credit score 0. I worked at Newcastle 5 years, says Choctaw. Choctaw, what'd you do at Newcastle? Yeah, you can't record here in Oklahoma at most casinos, so no channel. Actually, 168 at Newcastle. Yeah, Travis, that's how a lot of these casinos are. They have a hard-on for people that film for some reason. Social credit score, you are 100% right. If they violate your rights, they have no immunity. I don't even think half of these cops know what qualified immunity is. Choctaw says you can record some places, Riverwind doesn't allow. John says taxes over in the Nordic country are way higher than ours. Man, that's crazy to think that taxes are higher in other countries, but yeah, I believe it. Cost of living is lower once you factor in healthcare, etc. That's a good point, Trevor. Mike P, I got jumped by a bunch of bouncers for calling them assholes. They charged with assault. Mike, you ought to get an injury lawyer. Yeah, that's freedom of speech. You can call cops assholes. You can flip cops off. Yeah, First Amendment, which most cops don't know about that either. I've seen these First Amendment auditors ask cops what the First Amendment is, or to name amendments, and they can't name them. Where is bonus? Going Pakistan. We got the bonus. Just press play, says Colin. Got him. All right, guys, here we go. Let me refresh it real quick. Guys, how's the picture quality look? I want to make sure it's not blurry before I start the bonus. Picture quality looks great, says John. Red Piggy sleep. Yeah, he's sleeping. We don't need him. He's not that good anyway. What's up, Imran? All right, let's get this bonus started. Without further delay. Go, go, says King Gaming. Rest in peace, Grand and Mega, said Trevor C. Grand eligible, said John. If you guys are new here, can you give me a sub? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Jason's Deli. Sounds good. What'd you get, Bob? Bare minimum. Just subbed and liked. Appreciate that, bare minimum. Trevor C, first coin flip, not first spin. Yeah, I thought you had to get the grand or the mega on the first spin. I was confused about that too, Trevor. 10 G's coming up, says Mackin. Oh man, that'd be sweet. You're gonna get grand, says Colin. That'd be nice. So John, it doesn't matter what spin it is? Yeah, I have no idea. But I know when I got that grand, it gave me the grand on the first spin. That's why I was thinking it had to be the first spin. Yeah, for real, Trevor. It has to be on first reveal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Bob. The first spin, right, Bob? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Bob. First spin with doors, says Mike P. First reveal, says Mississippi Choctaw Slots. Bob, what'd you get at Jason's Deli? Bob, you think they're expensive? Try Quiznos. They charged me $20 for a sandwich, a bag of chips, and a drink. And then they charged me $1.25 for extra sauce in my sandwich. I'm like, really? Hi everyone, good luck from Germany, says Marco. V Gates, Marco. Ask Steph, it ain't mine. LOL. Soup, salad, and Sammy. Yeah, we've got a Jason back where I live, but Jason's Deli, I never go to it though. I normally go to Jersey Mike's. Yeah, Trevor, I didn't even know they were still open, but they got one here where I'm at, and they've got one at the Las Vegas airport too. Somebody else was telling me. I think Slot Shark said that. Bob, don't they have one at the airport? Choctaw, I'd bring you lunch, but I think you're about 20 hours away from me. Bob, I still think you need to get a ticket, like a real cheap ticket, just go in there and play the slots. I need some Cinnabon too. After I saw John eating that Cinnabon, I'm like, I gotta have that. All right, guys, last spin. If we get the mega, we get 10,000. Man, so close. Yet so far away. $91. Plenty of plays at Las Vegas Airport, but I play a little tighter there due to tighter RTP. Yeah, nothing wrong with being conservative, Mike, on these machines. Hi, sub, says Jesse. Thanks, Jesse. Never been to Reno. Do they still have any Silver Strike machines? Yeah, really, I mean, as conservative as you can be on these machines, it's good, but the problem is people take plays so early. You can't really get a whole lot of good plays if you wait too long. That's why you guys will see me taking stuff early. Yeah, I got some comp nights at Tahoe. Bally's, they send a lot of comp nights. So Tahoe, Biloxi, Mississippi, New Jersey, and there's a fourth location too I can't think of. I guess they're just all sister properties though. If I was rich, I'd move there. Now comes the boring part, me walking around. I know people don't like this, but I don't know what the answer is. I can't play anything if there's nothing good to play. I need a film crew, says Bob. Yeah, that'd make it a lot easier. Have somebody filming you. That's why I like those pocket shirts though, because you can just stick your phone in your pocket. I mean, you got your hands free. You can mess with your cash and your card and the machines and stuff. Somebody broke this Frankenstein. Or maybe the casino just shut it off. Bear with me, guys, while I try to find a slot to play. Looking for a good play. Stephanie, yeah, you gotta film Bob. Hey, he got you Jason Deli. The least he can do is film him. Jesse says, what are you looking for? Hot single MILFs. We're looking for certain numbers, Jesse. No good plays on Wolf, John. Otherwise, I'd play it. The casino's pretty empty right now, so we're probably not going to find too much. But you never know. Could be a diamond in the rough out there somewhere. There's this employee following me around at one of the casinos I was at, and every time I go through the bet sizes, she like reset them and put them back on minimum bet, because I just leave them on the higher bets. It was funny too, because it was on Rich Little Piggies, and at that casino I was at, it automatically puts it back to the minimum bet anyway. But then you got rich little hens that it'll reset it to like a $7.50 bet, which I don't know how they're allowed to do that. I mean, that's just straight up theft. Because, you know, you don't look at the machine, you're talking to somebody next to you for 15, 20 seconds. And then all of a sudden, where'd my money go? While you're doing 750 spins and you didn't know it, because the machine is basically rigged. Some of the stuff they get away with on these machines, though, it's kind of crazy, especially on rich little piggies, because it says 100 wilds on that red pig, but it won't give you 100 wilds, and it doesn't say you have a chance. It says 100 wilds. Change denom on Buffalo Extreme. I hate that. Oh man, there's no Buffalo Extremes here. I wish so. I like that game. Stephanie says, I'm doing chores at Bob's house, watching the dog, working. We don't have time to be a film crew. Stephanie, you got to make time. You guys got to put the dogs to work, make them film. I just don't know how they can get away with doing that. I'm surprised there's not a class action lawsuit, though. We're in Butte, Montana at the Burning Beaver. Dogs sleep all day, says Buffalo Bob Slots. Yeah, I was looking up on Google. So we had a dog trainer. Well, my mom and dad got one for our Labrador, and some of the information they tell you is pretty interesting. Like they say dogs sleep 15 hours a day or something. I was like, that's not true. So I went to Google, but sure enough, yeah. I've always noticed that. I never really looked into it. But yeah, dogs sleep a lot. We need shark pups, says Heather. If you're in the market for ridiculously expensive kick-me dogs, my mom breeds show dogs. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that, John. Sharky says Buffalo. Cam, it's true, and then they bark randomly in the middle of the night. They aren't supposed to be nocturnal. Oh, they sleep during the day and then they stay up at night? That's strange. Are they puppies? Maybe that's why. Yeah, they sound like little toddler dogs though. Apparently there's some kind of whistle you can get, like when you blow the whistle, it's a real high frequency sound, and I think it makes dogs stop barking. Nina said hi. Hello, Nina. John, whenever I stayed at the Hard Rock in Biloxi about a year ago, one of my neighbors had a dog in there, and that dog was barking until 4 in the morning. I called security and they wouldn't do anything about it, so I ended up moving rooms. But yeah, I don't think people should be allowed to bring their animals, you know, if they're gonna be barking. Like I'm on vacation, I'm trying to relax. I don't want to hear dogs barking until 4 in the morning. If it's during the day, you know, that's a little different, but oh, those whistles don't work, John? Yeah, I've never had one. I've just seen them online. Just have Heather go out there and give them the one finger salute again, John. Bricked it. That's the fourth one we bricked today. Guess I'll check lightning link, even though I know there's nothing going to be on there. How'd you know, Brian? You guys like my new car? I'm gonna be driving away in that here in a couple weeks. I think we got like $15. Stephanie, you didn't really miss anything. Hope you win, says Heather. Back at it, says stop. Woo, you earned that car, Cam, says Stephanie. I'm ready for some Quiznos. I haven't had anything to eat all day. I had a Red Bull earlier. That's all I've had today. It was blueberry Red Bull. If you guys have never tried those, you gotta try those out. wish there was a play on bingo, because that would be some good content since that one takes a while. Red Bull, question mark, antifreeze. You don't like Red Bull? Stop. I had one giving me the stink eye this Sunday when we were out at our local. Gotta watch out for those stink eyes, John. You just gotta give them the stink eye back. Or do what Bob does and put them on your camera. They like that. They scatter like cockroaches when you point the camera at them. I've noticed that's how people are in general. Like when people are acting crazy, if you start filming them, all of a sudden they act right and they don't act crazy anymore. There's a bingo guy. I don't know if I like this one or the regular bingo better. Christopher says, what are you looking for when you're going through the denoms? It's different on each slot, Chris. Different numbers and different tails that these machines have. He seemed all offended. I was there playing, says John. Yeah, John, some of these people think they own the machines. There's this one lady in a scooter that was checking the machines at another casino I was at. And I was checking Rich Little Hands. She comes up after me and checks the one. So there's 3 of them. She checks the one on the far left. I'm already checking the one on the far right. She pulls up on her scooter and she's like, really? And then rolls off real fast, like all mad. I'm like, really what? You don't own these machines? I can check them just like you're doing. I usually just ignore them, John. Romeo said hi. What's up, Romeo? There's a group of 15 to 20 Mexican APers that takes most of the plays. I'm cool with most of them. Yeah. Like, Mike, you know what Abraham Lincoln said? He said, do I not defeat my enemy when I make him my friend? Hey, appreciate the sub, Chris. Yeah, John, she was flying on that scooter too. Some of those people on these mobility scooters, I mean, they'll be flying through the casino. That's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. Now somebody run me over, I'm getting a personal injury attorney. It's crazy how fast those scooters go though. Stop says, I hit 3,500, 2 spins after a lady left and she went off on me. Yeah, I mean, that's her fault for getting up. Quitters never win, winners never quit. I was playing, back when I first started playing slots, I was playing, I think it was a Genghis Khan Dragon Link. 1156, we play that, guys. But anyways, I was sitting there for like 2 hours playing that Dragon Link. And I get up, somebody sits down, like 3 spins later, he gets the major, I think it was like $2,000 on there. But I was thinking, I was like, man, I feel like that would have been mine. But I know with RNG, technically it's not. I mean, would it have been mine if I would have done some more spins? I don't know. Nagaga KSGLS says hello, hello. I'll just check this, if there's anything on there. So many Asians playing 11 money balls on a virtual scratch card game. Yeah, Trevor, at my local casino, there's this guy, he says he takes money balls at 12 and 13. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why people want to wait, you know, till 20 on money balls. It's like, well, at a lot of casinos, you're not going to get a 20 because people take them so early. So you got people undercutting you, basically. Ooh, look what we have, guys. Can't see here. This seat is taken, says Reckless. Just eat Taco Bell before AP. That's the move. Stink them all out. Yeah. I usually save Taco Bell for if I need something to eat, like late at night, because that's one of the only places open. Seems like all these restaurants close real early. It's like, what about set people that work second shift and third shift, you know? They want to get some food too. Appreciate that, Christopher. Good content. Hope you get it. Hopefully we'll get something good on here. Been pretty average today. No big payouts. While waiting for my payout, I hit another $60. It says stop. Nice. Oh, 600. Even better. Buffalo Bob. I got punched on live over an Ascension play. Casino did nothing. Yeah, I wish somebody would punch me at the casino. I'd sue that casino so fast your head would spin. I had one guy threaten me at the casino. That's whenever the gaming commission police got involved, because he was mad I wouldn't give him Regal Riches. Because I was sitting over there waiting. He tried to jump in front of me. I'm like, I don't think so, buddy. But yeah, casinos don't do anything about, I mean, they don't do anything at all just because they don't want any negative publicity. They don't want the news and all that stuff. Bob, I kind of wonder if it was because it was at a casino, because most of those injury lawyers, I mean, they'll take cases pretty easily. You do have to file a police report, though, I'm pretty sure. And then if you have a police report, then the lawyers have something to go off of. The mobility scooter APs are unhinged. Yeah, I agree, Kay. I've noticed that, too. Not a play, says Slot Shark. Froggy Games, I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart and I didn't even see it coming. Yeah, you gotta watch those sweet old ladies. That's just a ploy, you know, they act sweet and then they'll pick your pocket. Bob, I would check out the statute of limitations. You can still press charges for battery on that person depending on how long ago it was. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably like 2 years, but it's different with each state. Oh, Stephanie, nobody's gassing the place out. Stephanie's just trying to get out of filming. Be a good girlfriend and film Bob. He needs a filmer, Stephanie. Reckless. Mama said not to be taking rides from strangers. Need a refresh, said Trevor. He was a bum holder. He ran off. He didn't even have the money to do it. That's another thing too, because I had to get a personal injury attorney before Bob, and what he said, I mean, this isn't really rocket science, but he said he can't get blood from a turnip. So, you know, if some broke bum does something to you, it's like, what can you do? I guess he would garnish their wages, and if they even have a job. Yeah, the jails are pretty crowded, Trevor. They need to open up those mental institutions again. Bob, that sounds like that one guy in your stream that started crap with you because he asked if you were live streaming. Then he ran off whenever you pointed the camera at him. Probably was one of that guy's buddies. I'm going to make a complaint on the delivery driver bringing me Jason's Deli. Anyone have the corporate number? Did you take a bite of your sandwich, Stephanie? I see all these videos online, these delivery drivers and stuff will be eating your food and drinking your drink, and so most of the time I'll just go pick my own stuff up. I've seen some bums with some crazy coin in though. Good luck again, says Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie. Mega, 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 it's coming, says Christopher. Somebody broke into your house, Stephanie? Yeah. Might want to try 911 like Trevor said. What casino are you at, says Joseph. We're at the Burning Beaver in Butte, Montana. Stand your ground and put your Tito in and start spinning. $1-888 whiner, LOL, says Big Daddy Flex. They said there's nothing I can do. It's not casino's fault, said Bob. How many lawyers did you call? It's kind of hard getting a lawyer though. It's like pulling teeth. I was trying to get one on retainer. I mean, just to have one, you know, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And nobody would take me because I didn't have any charges. They're like, oh, what are your charges? You know, what did you arrest? I was like, I wasn't arrested. I want one on retainer, you know, just to have one. Oh, no, we don't do that. You got to have charges. It's the dumbest. How are you going to tell somebody you don't want their money because they're not a criminal? That makes no sense at all. If I slipped on a puddle, they would. Bob, there's this lady, so Bally's didn't shovel all the snow off their sidewalks and stuff. And this lady that cuts my hair, she slipped and fell, and they came running out there 5 seconds later, put a piece of paper in front of her, basically saying she wasn't sued. She said she signed it. I was like, why would you sign that? It was a release of claims she signed. David says you cannot sue a casino. You can sue a casino. So if somebody comes up to me and punches me, you're saying nothing can happen? The casino's not liable for that when they have security there and they have gaming commission police and they have all those cameras? Trevor says you can't sue a tribal casino. Corporate casinos make it difficult. Yeah, I mean, that's how the courts are, though. Any kind of lawsuit and stuff, I mean, they make it hard like that. Make it tedious because they don't want people in there. Darn. People are pressing charges against some casinos right now for bed bug bites. Yeah, I saw that, Heather. Was it Treasure Bay, and then what was the other one? I was just talking about that the other day, actually. 3 different lawyers all said basically the same. Yeah, I'd probably keep on calling, Bob. If it was me, squeaky wheel gets the grease. David says, trust me, you cannot sue a casino. Source, trust me, bro. I can sue the person, yeah. Yeah, you can sue them individually. I see tons of lawsuits against casinos, though. You might not win, but you can still Still do the litigation. Sweet young ladies will pick your pocket too, says Choctaw. That is true. If you let them. Bro, hit the grand Huff and Puff 800K. Trust me, I know people who have and won't. One, 40 years ago, there was a soapy water on the casino tile floor and I slipped and caught myself. Thought, why did I catch myself from falling? Man, that'd be hard to prove. Oh, never mind. I thought you said it was in the bathroom. Yeah, they'd have cameras, but I figure you probably wouldn't be able to get the footage unless a lawyer would have to probably subpoena the footage. Oh yeah, there's tons of billboards for all those personal injury lawyers. I see those more than I see any other type of billboard. Those and real estate agents. Oh, I'm way behind on chat. Stephanie, Cam, suddenly I feel like you're on Bob's side. Bob's side for what, Stephanie? I was just reading the messages. Joseph says Binions here in Vegas. Pigs, says Jose. You like those pigs, Jose? Here you go, Jose. Bob was about to whoop a guy when we were in Vegas, says Mississippi Choctaw Slots. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Bob. Bob will do that old one-hitter quitter. Froggy Game says that sweet old lady on a motorized cart was a quote from Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I've never actually seen that. I know I need to get around to seeing it, but I've got like a million different movies and TV series I'm trying to get around to watching. Oh, absolutely, John. Yeah, money talks. But I mean, if you have $2 or $3 grand, I don't know why they wouldn't take you on retainer. Oh, man. The Bob was the delivery guy, says Stephanie. Oh, I thought you actually had like DoorDash or something. You're confusing me, Stephanie. Choctaw, I can't get it. I tried calling some. They won't take me on a retainer because I don't have any charges or anything. Don't sign anything a casino gives you other than a W-2. Agree, Trevor. Monk, do you think you would survive if you were put in a real life finals match? A slot finals match? Absolutely. I wouldn't mind doing one of those slot competitions. I'm pretty fast hitting these play buttons. I never see those slot competitions anywhere I go, though. Can you sue for food poisoning? Yeah, you can. It's going to be hard to prove. Let's say you ate, at 10 restaurants one week. How do you prove what restaurant it was, though? Joshua Lopez said hi. What's up, Joshua? Yeah, I remember that McDonald's, the coffee being too hot. Sewing seems hard nowadays, says David. Don't know, I don't sew. FOIA request, says Travis. Freedom of Information Act. Travis, you're a smart man. Sounds like you know your rights, Travis. A lot of people don't know about that stuff. Yeah, the tribal casinos, that's a whole nother ball game. Insurance is a scam, says Trevor. I agree 100%, Trevor. Insurance is a big Ponzi scheme. Hello from Durham, North Carolina, says David. Hello from David. Hi, how do you do? And yesterday I see the buffaloes from Venezuela. What's up, Jorge? Or George, however you pronounce it. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Choctaw, it's not because of my age, it's just I've got so many movies and TV shows I gotta watch. I don't have time to watch everything. Some of those TV series, are like 10 seasons long too. Mike P says I got run down, stopped with blinkers in emergency lane by a double-decker bus, all airbags deployed, but I was okay, so I didn't sue. Yeah, people are stupid when it comes to driving. I've got an uncle that lives out in Las Vegas, and I remember last time I was out there and he was driving us around. He was cussing like a sailor just because of the way people were driving. Joshua Lopez said hi. What's up, Joshua? We had VIP slot tournament yesterday. My friend won it, $2,500 cash. Nice, Choctaw. Sorry to hear that, John, about that wreck. Yeah, then you got people doing drugs and drinking and getting behind the wheel, and yeah, driving is, I'd say, the most dangerous thing you do each day. For most people. David says, is it important to know your rights? 1,000% it's important. Yeah, I mean, when the cops pull you over, I mean, you got to know what to say and what you're allowed to, do and not do, and what they're allowed to do and not do, because they'll straight up lie to you and they'll gaslight you. I mean, these guys are women, they're professional manipulators, and that's how they train them in the police academies. The one guy that pulled me over, he tried to pull out the breathalyzer and give it to me real quick, and I played dumb. I was like, oh, is this mandatory? Of course it's not mandatory. Oh, I think you're drinking and driving because you're going to the casino. I have a hotel room at the casino, dumbass. But, yeah, so I didn't take that. Oh, that's awfully suspicious. You won't take the breathalyzer. Everybody else does it. Okay, well, if everybody else jumped off a bridge, should I jump off a bridge? Dumb and Dumber should take president, Cam. I might watch it here soon. How long is it? If it's like an hour or so, I'll watch it. Wait, is Dumb and Dumber, is that the one where they're driving around in the van? It's got like the carpet on the outside or something? Maybe I have seen that one. Matt McCravens. Hi, everyone. What's up, Matt? My friend got $1 million max payout on his accident. Damn. That's a better jackpot than the casinos. Driving is insanely risky and people don't act like it is, which is scary and part of the reason why, says Trevor C. Trevor, you're a smart man. Yeah, they say flying's the safest mode of transportation. I've got a buddy, he doesn't like flying, and I try to tell him that, but I don't know, he's got like a phobia or something of planes, or I don't know what it is. Yeah, those cops are full of shit, Bob. They had access to those. They're just too lazy to write a report. And then cops cry and, oh, there's a war on cops. Well, maybe you guys weren't jackasses and you weren't killing civilians unarmed, planting drugs on people and raping people. And, I mean, you guys wonder why people don't like you guys? Some people, what's that quote? Some people create their own storm and then get mad when or get sad when it rains, something like that. Me personally, I mean, I don't need cops. I mean, I know some people do need them. Say, an old grandma or something, but I don't need cops. I can handle myself. I mean, look at Uvalde. Those cops stood outside and they were arresting parents and they were tasering parents because the parents wanted to go in to save their kids while the cops were sitting out there like bumps on a log while there was an active shooter in that school. And there's a million more, but yeah, I won't open up that can of worms. Oh, absolutely, Robert. Yeah, cops do lie. And you know what's funny is if you lie to the cops, that's a misdemeanor. But if cops lie to you, the Supreme Court said they're allowed to do that. What casino are you at, says Anthony. Burning Beaver in Butte, Montana. Flying is 100,000 times safer than driving. Cops lie too much for traffic violations. Trying to meet those quotas, Mike. Breathing is dangerous. What's your point, says Ralph. Yeah, breathing in casinos is dangerous. Doug says pigs being stubborn, not wanting to pop. Reverse psychology, says Travis Nichols. Choctaw says I'm doing a giveaway when Cam hits 1K. They're not all like that, says Just a Dreamer. Choctaw, I'm listening. Or no, Jane said they're not all like that. Oh, damn it. Jane, you know what they say, one bad apple spoils a whole bunch. My buddy Smith & Wesson, says Travis. Yeah, Smith & Wesson's a good brand. Dude, if there was a good cop, there would be no bad ones, period, says Jim. Yeah, it's crazy. These cops will just lie just to jam you up. Oh, Gary, Indiana, that place is a bad area. There's a lot of crime there. Yeah, that's bonus garbage. I figured it would be. Anytime you get that blue by itself, it normally doesn't pay good. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Don't try this at home, kids. Robert Hughes said hi. What's up, Robert? First step to addiction is admitting you have a problem, says Mad Mike. Risking losing my house over a fender bender, you got me, says Bob. MAGA Mike got trick rolled. Broken stupid. I already know this ain't gonna pay anything. Can't win anything good on 7 spins. Yeah, I'd cancel my insurance, but then the cops will write you a ticket for that. So it's like, you know, what can you do? Guys, let me know if I need a refresh or not. Bob's a millionaire. What are you talking about, Mike? Yeah, Bob's the CEO. Bob's probably the richest person in this chat, to be honest. Mike's just mad that he hadn't got an invite to the Burning Beaver Casino Resort. Usually it's the people that drive the expensive cars that are broke, and then the people that are driving the old beat up stuff, those are the ones that usually have money. Yeah, I've got like 150K on my Toyota. Yeah, those Hondas and Toyotas, man, those things will last forever. Yeah, I've never been there, Jim. Yeah, cars and trucks are a terrible investment. Look at how much they depreciate in value right as soon as you drive them off the lot. My Chevy's got 260K on it. It says wild slots. Nice. Slots are a great investment. Correct, they are. Hey, if you guys can do me a favor and subscribe, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'd appreciate it. My battery's on 10%, guys, so if my live cuts out, my battery probably died. I'm gonna charge my phone. Let me see what time it is. Probably charge my phone and get something to eat for dinner, and then I'll be back on here in like 2 or 3 hours. Come on, give us a triple pop. one thing I do like about minimum bet though, I mean, even if you do lose money, you know, you're not going to go bust on minimum bet. You might lose 40, 50, 60 bucks, but yeah, I mean, you can easily recover from that. Now you do $20 spins, okay, well, then you lose, you know, 10 grand. That's going to take a while to get that back. Unless you're doing bigger bets again, which you could dig yourself in a deeper hole. I miss my days of making content, says Wild Slots. You gotta get back in it, Wild Slots. Everybody loves these slot machines. It's insane how popular they are. I just thought, like, I started watching them and I was like, oh, that's something I like. But yeah, there's a huge community that loves watching these slots. Stephanie, have you seen that meme? It says me wishing somebody would, and it shows that guy. He's at a one of those pools or the fountains like at the malls where you put coins in there, and he's got a huge bucket of coins. He's dumping them in there, and then the caption says me wishing somebody would. I don't know who makes this stuff up, but some of the memes you see online are so funny. Yeah, you get shot in Gary, Indiana. That's like basically Chicago. See you later, Mad Mike. Get him, Choctaw. I lost $150K in a week. That's why I stopped. Slots. What machine were you playing? Man, you must have been doing some big bets. I bet you could Google it, Stephanie. It's probably on Google. Somebody was in here earlier. They said they lost like 105K, I think. Man, I can't imagine losing that much. But like if your net worth is, you know, $10 million, I mean, you could easily get that back. You just got to have the bankroll to do it. Again, it goes back to bankroll management, the #1 rule of the casinos. Some guy was in here, he said he lost like 30K because he was drinking. And I was like, yeah, don't drink when you gamble. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I tell people, yeah, stay away from Huff and Puff, but everybody's addicted to it. Huff and Puff's pretty much their own brand nowadays. I mean, they're doing something right. I can't hate on them. I wouldn't mind working for that company. But playing the games, no, thank you. I know, that's what I was wondering, Matt. We at 1K? Oh, yeah. I need to go get a cake now from Walmart. Congrats on the 1K. Appreciate all the subs, everybody. I was doing whatever I felt was lucky, says Wild Slots, max bet. Yeah, you got to be careful on those max bets. Max bet on some of these machines are like $150. Hello, dear, says Happy Hoppy. Hello, Happy Hoppy. Cheese Home, Cheesy Home said hi. What's up, Cheese? Yeah, Matt, be careful with that though. You have too many, then yeah, be careful is all I'm saying. Maybe you need to try the order slot machine. Applying to be a tech for L&W. Wonder how that works. Like a Wonder if you can still play the L&W games if you work for them. Huff and Puff online, big brand their own. 1K subs equals $1,000 slot pool. Hey guys, I'm on 5% battery, so my live might die here in a little bit. Just a FYI. Kalinda said hi. What's up, Kalinda? Just gonna keep giving us this red one, I guess. See if we can get this double pop before my battery dies. Or even better, a triple pop. Why does it keep giving me this red pig? Stupid red pig. Alright guys, I'm on 2% battery, so live's probably about to die. Stinkin' Rich. I've never played that one, but I see it paying out a lot. Seems like it's a good one. Whoa. 1% battery left, guys. I don't think we're gonna get it. Guys, turn the notifications on. I'm gonna go live here in a couple hours later on tonight. And I appreciate all the subscriptions. And I'll have to figure out something. I might do a giveaway or something. Minimum bet piggy kind of day, says Colonel